You read the title right. This morning I woke up. Instagram user known as Stefan Beware took the time to be a hero and warn people about everything that Stefan has done. And exposed everything that Stefan Balugani has pretty much gotten caught for doing, including something that would have to do with Balto 4 Wolf's Destiny. So I'm going to be addressing my thoughts on the situation here and how I feel in regards of it, because right now I am sickened, I'm destroyed, and I'm not happy whatsoever with Stefan Bulagani. So my thoughts here is going to start with a comment that I have been getting from the last Balto 4 video that I've done based on its Kickstarter. So, thankfully, I don't think nobody paid or donated money because the Kickstarter hasn't launched yet. While there's 44 followers on it, it isn't backed up. So, I think the good news is nobody has donated. So, I can at least be happy knowing that nobody has donated yet, and I made myself clear by saying that it's optional. I said optional. Stefan didn't. I said optional. But, I have been getting comments on that video telling me that Balto 4 is not happening, or someone saying that Stefan is copying art and copy tracing arts. His one comment, at least, did get me thinking. So, there's one positive about the comment. So, even before I read the Google Docs of what Stefan has done and what he was involved with, I have been debating on possibly quitting this project because nothing else is really being done with Balto 4. And while I know Stefan's supposed to be a freelancer now, obviously, I thought that would obviously be the one key reason why he's not saying much stuff about Balto 4. But it's not just him being a freelancer. There's so much more to this, and I just read it all today. I'm disgusted. I'm sickened, destroyed, and I'm disgusted. Because not knowing this shit the whole time, I was helping him out with Balto 4 Wolf's Destiny, not knowing of the bad shit that he's doing. So yeah, of course, I'm hurt about this. I feel awful about it. But the only positive that I can come up with is it looks like nobody donated, so that's the good part. That's the good part. Now, my thoughts about this situation in general is, you've already heard my take of it. So far, you've already heard my take, that I'm sick, disgusted, and just completely downright destroyed. Because when I first joined Balto 4 Wolf's Destiny, I thought this was really something different that I could be a part of. And knowing that I finished watching the first Balto film on Peacock, because unfortunately I missed it on the times that, because I couldn't watch it on VHS as a little kid because I didn't have a VHS and I wasn't watching that on VHS. But when I was at my papaw's, one of my papaw's house, I recently lost a papaw. Last November or December, I think it was. But it was that papaw that I lost recently. That I was at his house, one of his old houses, like when I was a little kid, years ago. I think he had an American Tail that's about the little mouse. It was either that or Land Before Time on VHS. We were watching that. I was watching that as a little kid, and I was there was a little trailer for Balto. So of course, watching the full movie on Peacock years later got me nostalgic from those moments as a little kid. When I joined that, I wanted to help him out on finishing and giving the final chapter of the movie trilogy that wasn't finished. I wanted to help out on that. And so I did. I auditioned for the role of Balto, and I was trying to fit my voice of Balto to make it sound more like Kevin Bacon's Balto voice. And of course, that's what landed me the role of Balto. Recorded my lines for the first part of the film. Nothing on part 2, but now that I've made that clear and how passionate I was to really help out with the project, and of course I've been making those videos, advertising the film, re-uploading the trailers that he's allowed me to make on my channel. Like, all that help that I did with the project feels like I did it for nothing now, because, like, the project was never going to happen. Just thinking about that now is just horrible. Now, there's someone else out there who can absolutely do a Balto 4, but that's if they want to, of course. That's on them. That's their decision to make. If they don't want to, you could just leave it to 3 movies. But obviously, yeah, after hearing all that stuff on the Google Docs, I'm glad I'm not supporting Stefan or any of his projects anymore, including Balto 4, because his projects are never going to come out. I feel like that's what it is. His projects are never going to come out. And he's made excuses after excuses to try to get out from being exposed from that one Instagram user who has caught him doing these things, and it's too late. He deleted his main account to make his own private account. So Stefan Balugani kind of screwed himself at that point. So I do appreciate the Instagram user for making this very clear that Stefan is not to be trusted. I now learned that the hard way, and hopefully I do not go through that again. But yeah, I simply did a live stream for Stefan to look at, telling him that I am quitting Balto 4 Wolf's Destiny. I told him that I want nothing to do with him project-wise, and I told him to unfollow me on Instagram or any social media site and delete all of my voices that I've sent him for Balto and Balto 4 Wolf's Destiny. Delete it all, and if he uses it, I'm going to report him, because I do not want my voice to be shown in a Balto 4 clip, knowing what Stefan does now. So I feel awful. I feel awful. So today is going to be... it's going to be hard for me to get through today. So I'm going to try and let every other voice actor for Balto 4 know about this, because I don't know if they know about it. But of course, I'm going to let them know about this situation, and I'm going to make sure that I let them know to just share it around the world. That way, that can avoid the more people supporting this. So, of course, yeah, I am not going to be in Balto 4 anymore, and I am not affiliating myself with any of Stefan Bulugani's projects after hearing the disgusting, heinous stuff that he's done. yeah, I'm not gonna be continuing to help him or support him in any way. I'm disgusted. I'm completely, outrageously disgusted. Alright. That's all I gotta say for today's video. Have a good one. And make sure, do not support Balto for Wolf's Destiny. It's a scam. I learned that the hard way because of this morning.